your boy DuckNCover. Welcome back. We're coming back to the beginner series, teach you how to play support. It's a very important role, one that's very underpicked because everybody wants to deal damage. But if you're going to win a game, you absolutely need someone to support the teammates. So we're going to get right into it here. We're going to show you what we do and how we keep the ADC, the marksman, alive, and use our abilities kind of to support him and get the most out of him. So our teams are going to lock in. We picked Teamy first, but I'm going to end up selecting Chaganar as the hero I go with when I play support. I queued Teamy more just to let my teammates know that I'm going to be playing support while I find the right hero, because I do have a lot of heroes in this game, as you can see me going through my page. So just looking for who I wanted to really play in that scenario.
And always will be.
Here we do see Batman's running execute. I'm going to encourage him to play jungle, because Batman, in my opinion, is a jungler. He can also top lane as well. He says no, and Laurel's going to jungle anyway, so I would prefer to have a mage in the mid lane, but this is what we're going to go with in this round.
DuckNCover.
So here we're going to spawn in.
Get ready. Minions will be deployed.
You
in
see
5
on the map the two different symbols. The one that kind of looks like it has horns is the dragon lane. So that is the direction we're going to head here. We're going to go Aegis first, just so that we are tanky, and it gives us 20% cooldown. So we are going to go Aegis first. It's just a really good item on a support tank, because it gives you your cooldown reduction for 20%, which is half of the maximum, so it's a really good item to get early game. On top of the fact that it makes you really tanky as well. It gives you armor. Also gives you mana, which Chaganar is going to benefit from that as well. So here we're just going to clear the wave and then grab the vision bird. Whichever team is able to get the bird just gets extra gold and extra farm, which is very necessary. You, as the support, you're going to try to let your marksman get all the last hits. See, he got to level 2 first. That's what you're looking for. We do want him ahead of us and pretty much ahead of everyone. So you're going to see me just weaken the minions for him, and I'm not even going to try to get the last hits. It's really just, I'm aiming to feed my marksman, let him get as much farm as he can get in the early portion of the game. There, I'm going to hit him with the heal just because I saw that he dropped below full. I do run Chaganar with heal just so I could really be as supporty as possible. I can provide heals. He does give immunity to control effects, and he does remove current control effects on his ultimate. So he is a really good hero at providing support and making sure your teammates don't die around you. There we do get a couple of the last hits, but Bjorn was just kind of playing bush. It didn't look like he was trying to get the last hits anyway. So we're just trying to get at least hits on tower. We're able to do really good tower damage, even though the tower is still buffed in the first 3 minutes of the game. But we were able to do pretty good damage on it so far. Here we see this Batman coming up. We're going to hit him with our slow, just to keep him away from Yorn. We're not chasing him into combat or anything like that. We're just trying to get these guys to back off us and keep the marksman safe.
Eternity.
Our second ability, it just does AoE damage. It does remove time from our first ability's cooldown if it hits, as well as every time it hits, it deals slightly more damage, up to 3 stacks. So the third time you hit the ability, it will deal a lot more damage than the first time. Chaganar, he does deal decent damage, but he's definitely not a high damage hero. So you do want to look for that when you do get you see the stack right there. If you're able to get to 3 stacks in the team fight, that's optimal, so you're able to deal decent damage. Here we're going to focus the tower. Then after the tower goes down, Vera's just feed. So we're going to try to push Batman back, get our Batman a chance to try to get to him, but he just doesn't get there in time. So we're just going to clear the wave. Here, you don't want to try to push 2 towers right at the beginning of the game. The team, if they're smart, will rotate down to you, so you don't want to get caught way up there. So we're going to pull off. And here you see us go for the first dragon. It's very important to do. I just dropped that damage reduction for Yorn. My ultimate, it removes CC, gives immunity to CC, as well as gives a damage reduction. So I was just trying to make sure Yorn doesn't get hurt by the dragon. Unfortunately, I do die there, but my teammates are able to grab the dragon as well as kill that Zephyrs. So very big play for our team there. We were able to keep the Yorn alive. Now we do see this fight happening in the mid lane, so as soon as we spawn, we do know Yorn's okay. We checked on him, so we are going to sprint forward as fast as we can and try to get to this fight that's ensuing in the mid lane. It is a support's job to be there when your teammates need you, regardless of which teammate, where, or what the situation is. The support should be the first to die in a battle. If they are a support tank especially, they should be just trying to support and take damage for the team. So here you're going to see us just get in front of Yorn, break the CC and get away. Here we're just going to make sure that he gets away. That's our main priority. He does get to a safe distance, so now we're going to hit this jungle farm. Now, I don't want the actual XP or gold from the last hit. So what you're going to see me do here is you're going to see me weaken this jungle mob as weak as possible. And then you're going to see me call my marksman over.
Is our strong suit.
Because I do want him to get the extra gold and the extra farm, especially since he had to back. We don't want him falling behind. So here we're going to give him that, and then we're going to actually help him get this red buff, which will increase his damage. Now we do see Batman attacking our tower, so I'm gonna rally. I'm gonna ping the rally rather, and we're gonna chase Batman away from our tower. We're just hitting abilities because we did see him go invisible, so we can't be too sure of where he is. Again, we're just gonna help him clear this wave.
Ultimate.
Drop another heal for him. I'm back at maximum health.
Double kill.
Then you see him go for the dragon. It's a very good idea, so I'm going to jump on it as well. This is why it is very important to put two people in the dragon lane. You see how fast me and Yorn are able to take the dragon down just by ourselves, so the jungler just doesn't even have to come over because we have two people in this lane and we're winning our lane. So we're able to just grab the easy dragon, extra gold and extra experience for the entire team, which is huge. Batman and the minion wave are able to take the tower in the mid lane. So now we've destroyed 2 towers. So we're way ahead now. It's 7 kills to 1, so we're just absolutely snowballing at this point. I do see my Batman hiding, so I do want to support him. He goes invisible though, and we're not going to chase around an invisible Batman, so here we're just going to rotate down. We are out of mana, so we are going to back. We are working on the sonic boots just to make us more tanky against physical damage. Also weakens auto attacks, which is big when you're fighting against a marksman, especially one that's as damage heavy as Violet. So that's where we're building next. Here we're just going to slow them down, focus them anyway. We're not trying to fight all these enemies at once. But here when my teammates engage, we are going to all in now. Here we're dealing the damage, dealing the slows.
An ally has been defeated.
Able to get our team some easy kills there, and then we're just going to back to base again. So important to let your marksmen get the kills when you are playing support, because they can really use the extra damage and experience. There, that Batman had no chance. Our Yorn and Batman kind of boxed him in. Very easy kill for them. When you're dead, or when you're backing, or when you're in the base, it's very important to scroll on the map. Be very map aware, see what's happening. You definitely want to know what's happening in all the different lanes at the same time. So it is important to do that. Just not when you're really in combat, you don't want to scroll too much, but even when you're out in the map, you do sometimes need to scroll around, especially when you're playing support or jungle, because in those roles, you're just going to be all over the map trying to help people out, trying to get ganks, trying to set up ganks. So it's very important to know what's going on around you at all times. Here we're just going to bait him, deal as much damage as we can. We're hoping that our teammates just come in behind them, which they do, and get the 1 kill. We're kind of low on health, but we see our teammates are not backing, so we're not going to back. We're going to keep the pressure on them. Here our teammates are going to rotate out of there. Just going to help him get the farm that he needs. It's so important to steal the enemy jungle when it's this clear. Just due to the fact that you can put the enemy jungler behind because he doesn't have the farm. There you see us get ulted by Malik, but quickly hit our ultimate to nullify its effect. We're going to get the hits there, get the assist. Here we're low, but we're going to just continue to support from beyond the wall. We're able to pick up 3 dragons in a row now. So our team is just way ahead on gold in terms of what we've earned from the dragon. It's always good to have. There's just that extra gold and extra farm. Here we're just going to poke him, just so that our teammates are able to steal this buff. Here we're going to rotate as a team. I'm going to call my team because the rally is to get your teammates to fight together. I did want that wave cleared, but I do see this fight's going on here. So I'm just going to chunk the wave, get back to my teammates. Here we see Malik about to drop ult, so we do drop our ult preemptively. See, none of our teammates were popped up there. So just very much lessen the effect of his ultimate and got him killed. So very important to do things like that with Shogunar. You want to pay attention to when stuns and pop-ups are going to happen. So there you've seen us just completely nullify the ult and then get 4 kills. So very important. Here we see Batman back. We think that's a pretty good idea, so we're going to go ahead and back to base with him. See, we're watching Superman clear the wave. Just in case someone tries to gank him, I would have jumped out of that bush and popped my heal on him. So it's always important to know what's going on around you, especially when you are backing or in the base or dead or whatever the case may be, where you're not actively helping your teammates. You definitely want to know what is going on around you. Here we're just trying to find enemies now because our team is kind of jungling. So as Shogunar, you can initiate, but not when you're by yourself. You just don't deal enough damage. So what we're going to do is we're just going to follow the Yorn, let him get as much feed as possible. Now we have the Frosty's Revenge, which makes any damage dealing ability into a slow as well. So our first ability, the slows will stack, so now it's going to really slow them. And now our second ability will also be a slow. So now with Shogunar, we do have a lot of control. Here we see that Yorn is fighting the dragon, but we do know that Morel is in their jungle trying to make plays. So it is very important when you see a teammate trying to make plays that you are there for them, that you do help to make the play. You can't just leave them out here to dry. You see how far this Laurel actually extended, and it's not a bad play because we're actually here to keep her safe and to actually kill this Malik. So important. You can turn a bad, stupid play into a great play just by being there for your teammates, especially as a support. That is what you're there to do. So here we're going to go for the tower because we do see that their team is defending bottom. So we do have the opportunity, and Shogunar does have a speed increase when he pops his 1. It does give him damage reduction, and it also clears CC. Now that's all from his passive when he activates his first ability. So the first ability also is a slow on itself. So Shogunar's main thing is going to be his CC removal and his passive. So those are the 2 things that are the most notable about this hero. So you definitely want to use them as often as possible. Use your 1 in every way that you can. Use it to slow. You see where I'm glowing blue? That's damage reduction. So when someone's about to hit you, use it to absorb the damage, use it to remove the CC. It's very important to use that ability as often as you can as Shogunar, which in my opinion is one of the best supports, him and Teamy. And Alice could be in there as well. Those are the 3 best supports in my opinion in the game. Let me know, hit the comment section, who's a better support, who plays this role better than Shogunar, Teamy, or Alice. So here we're just going to continuously poke. We do want to be the first person that the enemy sees, just so they know that they can engage. Here you're gonna see us just get here to our Batman. Here Malik's about to hit his ult. We're gonna cancel his ult again. You see there the Batman didn't get popped up. He didn't get slowed. So me and Batman are just able to wreck those two, the Zephyrs and Malik combo. So our assassin and support was able to outdo their assassin and warrior tank, and Malik is a high damage one. So very important to just time your abilities correctly. There we kill the Vera, get our 3 kills in a row, but we do get a death there. But we take the inhibitor, which is very much important in the game. Now we have super minions coming from the middle lane. Now we have super minions as well in the bottom lane. So it's very important to get the super minions. For those of you that don't know, it just puts that huge minion in the front of the wave that takes just a lot of damage to kill him. When you do knock down the inhibitor of all 3 lanes, you will see in the mid lane a triple super minion wave. So if you can knock down that 3rd inhibitor, it's just going to be huge. Here you see that super minion in the front with the shield. He takes a lot of damage to kill. Just makes it so much harder.
An ally has been defeated.
Our teammates, unfortunately, they engage without us and they do go down. One of our teammates goes down. Would have preferred to wait for me so that we can control and get rid of the opponent's control. Here we're gonna jump on them with our teammates.
An enemy has been defeated.
Make them not be able to do anything to us there. Chagnar really has good damage, as you can see, for what his role is. So we do take the Malik. Here there's just no real challenge in this game. We're now just roaming around, clearing waves, putting pressure on the enemy team. Batman chases off the Violet. Here we're just going to support them and chase the enemy down, make sure that they can't get out of the base, and our team is going to destroy their nexus while we do that. So there you see how we're able to engage, force them back. That's how you play support. Always team first when you play support. It's your boy DuckNCover. Hit the comment section, hit the likes. Let me know who you want to see next, or what position is your favorite in the game.